and welcome to Live with Joy. Good morning, and getting ready for another class with me. Today is going to be all about flexibility and core. So I'll just wait a few moments for everybody to start to get onto this post, and I'll explain what you're going to need today. I will grab what you're going to need, which is going to be a towel, a scarf, or some sort of band that you can hold. If your band has some stretch to it, that's fine. It's a little bit better if there's no stretch to the band that you have. So a stretching band or a towel or a scarf, once again, are really good options because you want something to be kind of tight. That's really gonna help move those arms at the same time together. So the reason that I like to use a towel or something that doesn't have any stretch to it is because you're gonna be able to get deeper into those movements with something that does not have any give to it, but you can use a band. Just try to use one that doesn't have as much stretch to it. So the thicker that it is, the better that it is for what we're gonna be doing today, okay? And no stretch is even better because that's gonna really, really help you get into those elongating moves and those pulls that we're gonna need to utilize this for today. Now we'll use it for most of the class, but not all. We do have exercises we're gonna do with and without the towel or scarf that you have. So very, very important, and I've said it before in some of our other flexibility classes, very important to incorporate flexibility into your workout routine because you do want to also not just tighten and build that muscle, but you want to lengthen it out. You also want to increase your range of motion, or even more importantly, keep your range of motion that you have through your joints. So very important to work that flexibility. We're going to be incorporating some core strength today as well within the flexibility that we're doing. We're going to also incorporate in the standing stuff some balance. Don't get frustrated with that balance and really, really think about starting where you can start with this, okay? Because I'm going to progress some of the balance moves, adding some flexibility into it, but you might not be able to go there today. So don't get frustrated if you can't. Start with the beginning move that I'm going to give you to work on that balance, because that's going to be most important. If you have that balance, you'll be able to progress to some of the levels that I'm going to go to today. But you might not be there today. If you do not have your balance, you're not going to progress to the next exercise that we're going to do. You're just going to work on maintaining and getting that balance stronger. And then hopefully you'll be able to progress to that as maybe you do this class over a little bit and you start to build that balance strength. You'll be able to progress to that next level and add the flexibility portion of it in, okay? All right, so I'm gonna just put some background music on. It's not gonna be super loud or fast today. It's gonna be nice and slow and calming, just in the background. Okay. All right, let's see. All right, that's good. Okay, so from here, let's start with that towel. Now you can also see I have no socks or shoes on. I like to be able to grip my feet into the floor, feel the earth under my feet, be able to separate my toes and really feel that my feet are grounded into the floor. You can have sneakers on, you can have socks on, that's fine. Just make sure that if you have socks and you're not on a slippery surface, you want to be on your mat or something that's not slippery, that you'll be able to still maintain yourself without slipping underneath your feet, okay? All right, so from here, let's just grab that band, that towel, or that scarf that you have, pull it tightly, okay? We're gonna bring it right in front of us, and we're gonna start by lowering down towards the floor. Try and bring that towel as low to the ground as you can. And then start to kind of round up a little bit. And then once you come up, roll the shoulders back and down and start to lift up and over that head. And hold there for a moment, really extending and lengthening to that ceiling. Okay, and at the same time, you're pulling out a little bit so that both arms are really, really helping the other one lift and reach towards that ceiling. Nice and easy, lower it back down. Hinge forward, get down towards that earth. You can just let that upper body kind of relax into it. Let that head just fall. Keep it right there for a moment. And then start to, once again, round yourself up, grounding the feet into the earth. Once you come up, roll the shoulders down and back, and then rise up, again holding it nice and taut, and lengthening those arms up and towards that ceiling. Good, hold there for a moment, and then lower down, and we're gonna do this one more time. Hinging forward. Once you get as far down as you can go, just let the body collapse a little bit and feel weightless towards that floor. And then gently round yourself back up. And get those shoulders down and back. Lift. And hold and lengthen. Once again, you're lengthening up towards that ceiling, rounding the feet down and into the earth, engaging through that center. And now come halfway right here and just hold it right in front of those shoulders, and we're gonna go into a little spine twist. Follow that hand towards the back corner of that room, and then come back to the center. Don't overdo it yet, and if you wanna make your arms a little wider here, you can. Rotate and look at that back hand as you rotate, and come back to the center. So we're gonna do this a couple more times to each side, trying to get a little bit deeper into that move. Every time you twist, back to that center, and over to the side, following that hand behind you. Good, keeping both arms straight, so don't let this one bend. And then take it back in. Good, straight arms. And one more time, we're gonna go to the other side with both of those arms straight. And take it back to the center. Now we're gonna go back to the right and stay there for a moment. Now take that hand closest to your body and pull it in, and then extend and lengthen it out. Pull it in. You're keeping that band nice and tight, that towel, whatever you have, pull it in, and then lengthen and extend. That back arm is staying nice and long the entire time, and you're looking at that back hand. Let's go one more time right here. Hold it, take it back to the center, and now over to the other side. Look at that back hand, hold to your closest hand towards you, pull it in, extend and lengthen it out. Back hand super strong, and extended and lengthened out. Looking at that back hand. And one more time right here. And back to that center, lower down, relax those arms for a moment, roll those shoulders back. And hold, good. Get a nice tight grip, get the hands a little bit closer now, little bit wider than shoulder width apart, but not too wide, okay? Come on up. And now we're gonna bring those feet together once we're up and over our head here. And we're gonna just sway side to side, just a little bit right here. One more time to each side, good. Gently swaying through those hips, take it to the center. And now step your right foot out, so it's a little bit wider than the shoulders. Hinge and hold right here. And then rotate your body down and hold. Stay there for a moment, and then from here, circle around and come back up, step it in. We're gonna do that on the other side. So step out left, wider than the shoulders. Hinge first, hold. Now rotate so that your arms, palms are facing down towards the floor. And then take that nice big circle around and up and step it in. We're gonna do that again on the other side. Step right, hold, hinge, rotate, and lengthen those arms out towards the right side. Circle, and step it back in. And now to the left. Hold, hinge, rotate and hold a moment, circle around, step it in, and lower down. Once again, roll those shoulders back. Yeah, you're gonna feel some tension in that back, even though, again, we're trying to lengthen things out. And hold right here, good. Okay, get another tight grip right here. Now I'm gonna come a little bit sideways for you to see me here. I'm going to lift my arms up, and as I do, my right leg is gonna come back. Now you can just keep it right here with that toe staying on the ground, or you can lift it up higher and hinge a little bit lower. So you wanna think about reaching in opposite directions. So this is a really active pose right here. Your standing leg needs to be super strong. You're gonna breathe through it. And again, this is where that balance starts to kick in a little bit. And then gently come on up. And then we're gonna bring that knee right into the towel and take a little bit of a pull right here. Good, and once again, you're balancing and you're holding. If you fall out of it, it's fine. Just come back in when and if you can. If you need to take the towel lower because you can't pull in as much, that's fine too, okay? You pull it and hold it where you can. And let's gently take that foot down, and we're gonna do the other side, the other leg. So now that left leg, we're gonna rise that towel up, take that foot back. Once again, it could be right here where you need to stop today, but you're still thinking about reaching in opposite directions. If you can get further into it, right here, really thinking about reaching in opposite directions, holding strong through that standing leg, looking down at the floor and not tucking that chin in. Balance and hold, really active position here, breathe. And then gently and slowly come up. Try not to bring that foot to the floor, just bring that knee right into the towel and start to pull it in towards your body. All the while, again, you are holding that balance. And again, if you fall out of it, just come back in. Don't get frustrated if your balance isn't quite there yet. Again, you've got to work on that balance before you can get deeper into these moves. So you're just beginning that balance process. And gently bring it down. We're gonna do that one more time on each side. So once again, get that towel tight. Right leg is gonna come back as you rise those arms up, reaching in opposite directions. Find where you can go with that strong standing leg. Lengthen out, engage your center. A lot of center comes from the balance. So the stronger you have that core, the more you stabilize that center, the more stable your entire body is going to be. Gently come up. And again, try without putting that foot to the ground, bring that knee into the towel and pull it in. And you're just breathing, inhaling and exhaling, and maybe as you exhale, you pull in that towel in towards you even more. Seeing how deep you can go in that pull, all the while having that balance and release. Okay, one more time on the other side now. Hold that towel tight. Start to rise those arms up as you lengthen that left leg behind you. Strong standing leg. Reach in opposite directions. Toes and arms, legs and arms going in the opposite direction of your center. Engaging that center super strong, and then gently coming up, again trying without putting that foot to the ground, bring that knee to the towel and pull it in. And inhale and exhale, use your upper body strength to pull that towel in. Good. And release. Okay, one more thing we're gonna do standing, and it's gonna be for balance. I'm gonna face you center here. You're gonna let your towel come down, and you're gonna take your right foot and place it into that towel. Okay, and you're holding on tightly with your upper body, and your foot's kind of pushing into that towel a little bit so it's snug. And you're just maintaining your balance right here. Now we're gonna have some options here on that flexibility, but you have to be able to maintain this first. Okay, so if you can maintain this, you can start to try to kick that leg out in front of you. Even if you can only stay with a slight bend, that's fine. If you can fully extend all the way and pull that leg up, you're gonna be here. Now, only if you can have a straight leg will you take the towel in both of the towels just into your right hand, and then slowly take that leg out to the side. Now, obviously, you can only do this if you can maintain your balance, if you can fully extend your leg, and then you'll be able to rotate out. So you cannot proceed to this if you do not have a fully extended leg. You cannot proceed to this if you cannot maintain your balance. Okay, if you're here, let's come back center. Good. Staying here with that extended leg if you have it. If it's not extended, you're just staying with that bent leg. Slowly bringing it back in. Okay, meeting everybody who might just be here today, and release. And we're gonna do that on the other side. So again, just let that towel hang. Place that left foot into that towel. You wanna pull with your hands and press down with your foot, and just focus on maintaining that balance in that right leg. Now, if you can manage that balance, you're slowly extending that leg out. And again, this might be it. You might only have your extension here and be able to maintain balance. If you can lengthen it out all the way, stay right there. Fully extended leg only. Can you take that towel into the left hand and slowly rotate that straight leg out? Again, you cannot proceed to this if you cannot maintain your balance and keep that leg straight. Gently come back in. Good, hold that extended leg straight or bent knee. Okay, if that's where you are today. Slowly start to bend it back, meeting everybody who's working that balance right here. And release, awesome. Okay, we're gonna take it now to the floor. So we're gonna take it down here. We're gonna bring our towel with us because we're gonna start by using that. Our feet are gonna be flat and the towel's gonna be underneath our legs. And we're gonna hold onto it with our hands, again, a little bit more than maybe shoulder width apart. Feet are gonna be grounded to that floor, so really imprint the toes and the feet into that floor. And then from here, without buckling the knees in, you wanna keep the knees in alignment with those toes. We're gonna gently peel our back up, coming all the way up and onto our shoulders, and just kind of walk those shoulders down a little bit. And then just hold right there with those hips up, squeeze those glutes nice and high. And if you can, you're gonna start to lift that towel off of the floor, pull in opposite directions, bring those shoulders down, and stay right here as you hold, and breathe. Elongate those arms away from your body. Pull in opposite directions at the same time so that both arms are helping each arm pull down towards those feet. Take some nice deep breaths in and out. And let's gently lower the towel to the floor and slowly round that back down one vertebrae at a time. And take a moment there, and we're gonna do that one more time. Start to peel that back up one vertebrae at a time until you're on your shoulders. Squeeze those glutes nice and tight. Start to walk those shoulders down even more, away from those ears. Pull that towel tight and lift those arms up and off of that floor. And stay right there, getting that breath, breathing through it. You're just holding this position right here, lengthening out, getting those hips up as high as you can so your stretch and flexibility is coming through the front part of those hips as you engage the back side. Right here, engage your center. Gently lower the towel to the floor, and then gently take that spine down one vertebrae at a time. Awesome, let's take that towel. We're gonna bring our knees in and bring that towel nice and snug onto the top of those legs, pulling those legs in towards your body. So just get nice and gentle, nice tugs here. And then from here, we're gonna extend our arms with the towel and extend one leg at a time. So let's start with the right as we lengthen out the right leg and we extend those arms behind us, reaching in opposite directions. Engage that core. Do not put the arms or the leg on the floor. You're hovering over. Gently bring it back in. Get that nice tug of those knees, and then extend the left leg and those arms. Reach in opposite directions. Really fully lengthen those legs out. Think about that range of motion, fully extending through those joints. And nice and easy, come back in. Take that nice gentle hug and tug of that towel. And then back to that right leg and those arms extended back. Hold, cover, and reach in opposite directions, engaging that center. And again, right here, hug and tug it in. And then the left leg. Reach in opposite directions and hover. Engage that center, pull that belly down towards the mat, and then right here, hug. Now stay here for a moment. You can continue with doing the right and then the left, or if you can manage both legs coming out at the same time, we're gonna extend them both right here. So either your right or both legs extend and hover, engaging that center so you can have more core activation if you've got both of those legs out and hovering off of that floor. Make sure you're breathing and gently hug it right back in and stay right here. And one more time. Again, you're either doing the left or extending both of those legs out. Right here, hovering, the head staying relaxed on the ground the entire time. So there's no neck strain here. All about engaging that center as you hover those straight arms and straight legs, breathing through it, and gently come back in. Good. Right here, hug and tug. And now we're gonna tuck that chin in and raise those shoulders up. And from here, we're gonna tug, and we're gonna try to bring that towel underneath the legs, and then bring that towel over the legs. Nice tight tug in, right here, up and over. Elongate those arms, and you're just using those legs to pop over and under. Now, if you can't get here, okay, you can just work on this right here. Okay, bringing the knees in. If you cannot get all the way up and over, if you can, you're working on coming all the way around that towel. That towel basically is staying in one spot, and it's all about those lower abs. Tucking the knees in enough to come up and over that towel right here. Make sure you're breathing just a couple more times right here. One more time. Bring it in and take that little hug and tug and relax. Gently take those feet to the floor. Lengthen out those arms. Tuck that tailbone in, engage that center, and from here, we are going to take those straight arms up, tuck the chin in slightly, reach over those knees. Now stay right here and just move the arms. Back, stretch, feel that flexibility, and come back and over those knees. Good, just the arms. Exhale. Just the arms, 2 more times. And one more time, just the arms moving as you hold that core nice and strong. And now lower down everything. And we're gonna take it over to one side right here, lift. So now my right shoulder is off of that floor as I reach that towel to the left side of my body and hold. And then gently come all the way down, let that head rest, arms come behind you, and over to the other side, lifting now that left shoulder, holding that towel really, really tight. Keep it there, engage that center, and then gently coming back down center and over to the other side, and hold. And breathe. Get a couple breaths there, inhaling and exhaling. And then take it back down center and over to the other side. Good. Pull that towel super, super tight and extend and lengthen. One more time on each side. Gently come down. And over to the side. Stay there for a couple of breaths. And come back center, and last time over to the other side. And once again, stay there for a couple breaths. And gently come center. And now from here, once again, slightly tuck the chin in, roll the shoulders up and stay right here. Hold and take that towel up and around and behind the head and get those arms nice and long. So now you feel like you have a little base for the head to rest on, and you're gonna take a little pulse right here. Keeping those arms wide. You should be feeling that belly burn just a little bit now after all that work. Little pulses right here, slowly, not fast. Keeping those shoulders off the ground with just those tiny little pulses right here. And now hold, feel that engagement in that center, and start to just rock side to side, a little bit right here. Rock side to side, through those arms, feeling those abs, holding your position, and breathing through it. And take it back to the center, hold, and pulse. Last time, right here. 8, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently release that towel. Nice and easy, place that head on the ground. And now we're gonna take that right leg into the towel, extend the left leg, and gently take some pulls in right here. And now you're gonna hold, either continue to gently pull, or with me, rise yourself all the way up with that center, up nice and tall, and then gently roll that spine down and really pull that leg in. And then just move through these two moves right here. Lower down and pull. And we're gonna go one more time just like this. If you can come up, and then take it down, stay down, and pull. Wherever you can, try to keep that leg extended, fully extended where you can. So you don't have to be up here, you might be all the way here, and that's fine. All right, now release for a moment and grab that towel into the right hand, okay? Take the other arm out to the side with the palm up, and gently start to take that straight leg out to the side, away from your body. And pull. Use your arm strength to pull. You also are going to be working, you're going to notice that your hands and your fingers, wrists, forearms might hurt a little bit because we're working grip strength as well with this towel. You actually have to use your grip strength and your upper body strength to pull when you're doing some of these movements. Gently come on up. Let's take it over to the other hand. Take the other one out. Let that hand rest and come across the body so you feel that stretch here. Now, most important thing, you don't want to roll over here. That other shoulder should be staying fully down on that floor. So have that palm up. Make sure that other shoulder is staying grounded and you're not rolling up. And come back to the center one more time. Take it over to the right hand. Let's see if you can get deeper into that stretch. The higher you grab up, the harder it's going to be, the bigger stretch you're going to have. So you can try to grab a little higher this time, pull it in a little bit more, and open up. And again, that opposite shoulder needs to stay grounded. And then gently come up and switch hands again. See if you can grab a little higher this time on that towel or band and pull it in. And gently come center. Separate the towel so you're holding with both hands and pull. Now you might be able to get even deeper into that stretch than you did before. Gently relax. Take that leg out and let's go to the other one. Straighten out that opposite leg on the floor, holding on to both sides of that towel or band and gently pull it in. And then again, you can stay here trying to get some bigger moves, or you're gonna come up with me by pulling in, and then as you come back, pulling up through that center, up nice and tall, lower down, rolling that vertebrae, rounding it down, pulling it in, and then rising it up. And if you can't rise up, you're just pulling that leg in gently and nice and easily. 2 more times, just like this. Rounding down, pulling in, trying to get deeper into that stretch every time. Good, last one right here, and then we're gonna come down and hold it. And gently release. Take the towel into just left hand, so both sides, other arm out to the side with the palm up, and gently take that leg out and away from the body. Once again, making sure that that opposite shoulder remains in contact with that floor. And hold and breathe. And with every breath, you can try to pull a little bit more, get a little bit lower, further away from the body, Lengthening out a little more. And gently rise up. Take it over to the other hand, arm out to the side, palm up, and come across that body. Nice and easy. Again, first time, you don't have to be so deep into that move. And hold and breathe. And again, making sure that that opposite shoulder stays to the floor and you're not rounding over to your side in this move. And gently come back up. Let's grab with the other hand. See if you can get a little higher this time. Deeper into that stretch. And gently come up. And again, as you come and cross over the other side, see if you can grab a little higher. Getting deeper into that stretch. Keeping that leg as straight as possible to get the deepest stretch you can. And breathing through it. Gently rise up, hold on with both hands, pull it in, see if you can get a little deeper than you did when you started. And nice and easy, release. Take that towel to the side and lengthen those arms and legs out. And then we're gonna hug underneath those knees and take a little sway side to side. And then from here, you're gonna make your way up. If you can pull yourself up to a seated position. If not, roll over to your side. And we're gonna take it onto all fours right here. So now I want you to imprint those hands into the floor and get those wrists directly underneath the shoulders and the knees directly underneath those hips. From here, we're going to take the opposite arm and leg and reach it out and hold, really lengthening out through the arm and the leg. Once again, we're working that flexibility. We're trying to lengthen out those muscles. So really lengthen, reach, hold. You're balancing on the other hand and knee that's on the floor. You're engaging your center. And then come back and switch sides. Opposite arm and leg. Find your balance in your center. Remember, core really is the epicenter of that balance, and then also the strength of those arms and legs that need to balance you. So engage that center, look straight down at the floor, get your breath, and bring it down. And then switch again, other side. Lengthen. Make sure you're breathing, you're holding, you're balancing, you're lengthening is the most important thing here. Really extend fully through that arm and leg, and then release. And one more time on the other side. Lengthen, extend, and release. Good. We're going to sit back on our heels. Let's open those knees a little bit and bring those feet together. And then sit back on our heels right here. And walk those hands out if you can get your forehead to the ground. And you want to lift your elbows up off of that mat. And really start to walk those fingers away from your body, all the while you're sitting down towards the heels of your feet. And now from here, rise that head up and those arms a little bit. I'm going to start to walk those hands out to the outside of that mat. Staying in this position. Now once you get there, you can start to walk those hands a little further away if possible. And you'll feel that nice stretch in the opposite side of your body from where your hands are. So you'll feel it in the opposite side. And then from here, let's gently walk it over to the other side, outside that mat. Getting those hands as close together as you can, then start to walk them away from that mat. And just look down at the floor. Your forehead does not need to be on the ground for this one. And again, over to the other side. See if you can get deeper into it. Maybe you can walk a little further to the side and a little further out, getting deeper into that stretch. And walk it over to the other side. Again, maybe this time you can come a little further out and walk a little further away from that body. And now take it back to the center and see if you can possibly get the forehead to the floor and walk the hands out a little bit further. Lift those elbows up off the mat. Make sure that they're not collapsed here. Straight arms. That's what's lengthening everything out here through the back, through the shoulders. And gently walk yourself in. Now we're going to bring those feet together here. And we're going to bring those hands together and elbows together. And we're going to lower down right here. And then from here, we're going to rotate that elbow up, rotating that body. Seeing what's up here, you might only be able to lift here, that's fine. If you can rotate a little bit more, try to do so. And then take that elbow to the floor and switch sides. Rotate up. And come back down the other side. Rotate and open. And center other side. And get that breath, inhale and exhale. And as you exhale, try to open up a little more, other side. Maybe you got a little bit more mobility after the first time. And let's take it to the other side. And center. Let's go one more time on each side. Open. And center one more time. Open. And center. Nice and easy. Bring yourself up onto all fours. Once again, get those wrists underneath your shoulders and get those knees underneath your hips. You're going to curl those toes under, and from here I want you to lift your knees off of the ground and just hover in that position right here, engaging that center. You're thinking about that nice, strong, active center here. Don't sink into those arms. You want to actually pull your chest up, open up that back, and that's going to make you feel a little bit more weightless rather than putting all that weight into the upper body. Super strong arms. And release, good. From here, you're gonna step out with the right leg. Now you can stay here and just keep a nice, strong, straight right leg, or step back with that other leg and now hold a full plank. Get those feet a little bit wider and you're gonna have a stronger plank hold here. If your base of your legs are wider, your body will be stronger and be able to hold it a little bit more. So just think about that core activating. Super, super strong right here. Breathe. Getting that breath every time. Good. And bring those legs in. Sit back on those heels. Just take a little stretch right there. And now from here, we are going to curl those toes under. And we're going to bring it up into that plank and sit on those heels. So work through both of these movements here. We're coming into our final moments here, okay? Working a little bit of that core strength. And again, flexibility. Flexibility is going to be a little bit through our hips, through our center, through our arms. All right, so right here, you're going to hold it into that plank and then either go into your down dog or lift right here into that down dog, or take it into your child's pose if you can't come here. Now we're going to come back into that plank. On our knees, sit into that child's pose. So you're going to either move through these two moves or these three moves. Come on up, lift into that down dog, strong straight legs. Pressing those heels down into the ground. Back to that center plank. Onto your knees, sit back on your heels. And let's come up into that plank. From that strong plank up into your down dog, press those heels into the ground. Back into that plank and come onto those heels. All right, from here, we're gonna come into that plank. We're gonna come into that down dog. And we're gonna lift that leg up if you can. If not, don't worry about it. You don't have to. Just hold that down dog and then bring that knee in and hold right here. Now you might need to stay lifted here. If you can lower everything down, you want to be right here and look up to that ceiling. So you're getting this nice stretch through that hip in that pigeon pose. And just breathe. Now if you've got this, you can see if you can grab that leg behind you, okay, for a stretch in that quad. You can simply do this, okay? If you can't get that leg close enough to your body to grab, then you're just gonna stay here like this, okay? Now you can grab here, or you can grab the opposite part of that foot. So it might be easier on the outside of that foot, looking this way, or the inside of that foot, and then you're looking at that foot. So a couple options there. And again, if you can't grab that foot, then you're just right here. And if you can't get that leg up, then you're just right here. If you're not sitting into those hips, then you're just right here, okay? You might not be all the way down here yet. All right, so wherever you are, lose that leg, rotate back, lift, and sit back on those heels. And then we're gonna do that on the other side. Come into that plank first, lift into that down dog, press the heels to the ground, lift that left leg up if you can, and then swing underneath your body, bringing that leg underneath you. And again, you might be here, you might not be able to even get down yet, that's okay. If you can, sit your hips back, look up to that ceiling, and stay here for a moment, breathing. And then again, see if you can kick that leg up. And then you can also see if you can grab the outside of that leg. You can look this way, inside of the leg, looking at that foot if you can. But you cannot be here if you're not all the way down where you need to be here. If you can't lift that leg up, you're not going to be able to grab it, okay? So you've got to figure out where you are, and then you know where you can progress to. And gently release wherever you are. Hold here, bring it up, and sit back on those heels. And take a moment right there. And then turn to face me. And right here, you're just going to crisscross those legs. Take those hands behind you and open up that chest. So you're sticking that chest out and you're walking those hands on your fingertips towards each other. Really getting that open chest right here. And now let's take that right hand, bring it on the outside of the other leg. Rotate and look over that opposite shoulder. And take it back to the center. Walk those hands towards each other. Open up that chest. Lift that body up, open heart, and then take that left hand, bring it to the outside of the other leg, twist into it, and look over that shoulder. And breathe. And back to the center. Once again, open up that chest, walk those hands together. And one more time on that other side, right hand, pressing and rotating. And breathing. And back to that center, walk those hands together, open up that chest, and then take that left hand. Last time right here, open up that chest. And back to the center, again, walk those hands together, open up that chest, lift. And then gently take one hand on each one of those knees, take it to the center. And roll those shoulders back and down, away from the ears, and stay right here for a moment. And we're going to take 2 deep breaths in together. Inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, and you guys are all done. Thank you so much for joining me for your flexibility and core today. We took it down a little bit, but we did it to make sure that we elongate and lengthen out those muscles and have that nice strong core engagement. And tomorrow we're gonna bring that intensity back up. We'll have a full body workout tomorrow. utilizing our strength, our cardio, our body weight moves, and everything up tomorrow. But enjoy the rest of your day today. Hopefully you have gained a little bit more flexibility, a little bit more range of motion through this type of a workout, and that's going to make you more efficient and effective in your more intense workouts. So I hope you enjoyed today. Make sure if you did and it's something you want to refer back to make sure that you keep that flexibility and you gain some flexibility and balance and core strength, save it, share it. And also you can come back to this page, click on videos and get all of the videos there. And again, we have over 50 of them now, and we've got a few of these flexibility, core flexibility, tone, flexibility classes in there. So you can browse through and see which ones you would like to do. Thank you again for joining me. I will see you tomorrow, our final day of the week. And again, we're bringing that intensity back up. Have your weights, have your mats, and have your body ready to go. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.